are the two at the top of this production, and both of them had some words to say about the project after being poked about it a little on Twitter and other sources. With Steve Loter describing the story as a cross between a specific Walter Hill film from the 70s and a specific Scorsese film from the 80s. That is a weird prompt, but it tells us a heck of a lot of the format for this movie. See, the Walter Hill movie in question is The Warriors, and the Martin Scorsese film is After Hours. Here are their details to get a better understanding of how this Trains movie may have rolled out. The Warriors is a 1979 action thriller about gang members in New York City. Essentially, our protagonist gang squad, the Warriors, are framed for the murder of the most powerful gang leader and are on the run all the way back to their home territory on Coney Island as other gangs try to take them down mid-transit. They're run down by a modified school bus, they board an elevated train, there's a building fire on the tracks, they meet low hierarchical gangs while on foot, chased by police, board a subway car, brawl other gangs, there's an undercover cop at one point, they're lured in by a group and ambushed, reach their destination, fight the real murderer and win despite them bringing a gun. Their name is cleared and they end with In the City by Joe Walsh being played over the credits. Essentially, it's a chaotic, on the run through New York type story. After Hours, meanwhile, this one's a wild ride. It's all about one guy, Paul, who just finished after a boring day at work. He then goes on to meet someone called Marcy at a cafe, follow up their advice and goes to buy a paperweight at an apartment, taking a cab but losing their dollar bills to the wind. At the apartment is sculpture work, like one shape reminiscent to The Scream. They scarper out and attempt the subway home but can't afford it because the fares just went up at midnight. They go to a bar and learn that there are burglaries about. The bartender offers money for the subway but can't open the cash register, so gives Paul the key to go to their apartment to grab the keys to the cash register. Paul does so and witnesses a burglary, saving the sculpture he saw before, and then returns to the very first apartment. Then they see that Marcy has died and reports the death, then goes back to the bar, but it is locked and Paul has to wait another 30 minutes, where he goes to another girl's apartment and rejects her advances, goes back to the pub and a group of punks attempt to shave him a mohawk. Then there's an ice cream truck driver who mistakes him for the burglar because that girl from before that he rejected sketched a fake wanted poster framing him. He goes back to the club and asks a new girl to dance and for advice. She molds him into a papier-mâché sculpture in order to hide from the mob. The mob appears and then leaves because they don't spot him, and she then refuses to let him out, so he hardens into the sculpture looking like The Scream. Then the burglars come back, they steal him thinking that they're stealing the same sculpture from before, they drop him out of the back of their van in one sharp turn and Paul crashes out directly outside of the front gate of his office building at sunrise. Good morning, his computer screen says, we've come full circle. So just imagine all that, but with a train, and you're basically there. What a dark comedy.